You already know. So here we go. Let's talk about scheduling appointments. Scheduling appointments. Okay, Nick, I got the contacts. I got that, right? I got that. Like, how do I reach out to them? What do I say? You know, what do I not say, right? Well, let's talk about that. Because scheduling appointments is everything in the business. Nothing happens in Primerica if you don't have appointments scheduled. I'm telling you right now, if you want to look at the people that are making the most money in this business, whether they are above the level of regional vice president or below the level of regional vice president, the one thing that they all have in common, listen to me guys, the one thing they all have in common is that they have a lot of appointments, or either their organizations are scheduling a lot of appointments. The organizations are scheduling a lot of appointments. The minute that you stop scheduling appointments is the minute that your momentum and your fire dies down, everything dries up. The minute that you stop scheduling appointments, or the minute that your organization stops scheduling appointments. Recruiting stops, production stops, the money stops, the promotion stop, new licensing stops, everything stops. And it all hinges on this one fundamental of scheduling appointments. It's that important, guys. It's that important. And so what we're going to tap into is that, okay, so how do I master this piece? If it's that important, Nick, how do I master it, right? Okay, so let's talk about it. And so this is a gentleman right here. His name is George Fraser. I recommend that you look into him. He wrote a book called Success Runs in Our Race. I heard him do an interview similar to kind of like a podcast. It was some years ago. It was before podcasts even existed, but it was just kind of like an interview that ended up on an audio CD where he was talking about just the power of networking, right? And so he made a comment on this CD that just really kind of stuck out to me that I want to share with you guys. And I've shared it before, so some of you all may already be familiar with this. But this is something that I want everybody to understand. And I labeled it the power of I need your help. The power of I need your help. Family, there's so much power in just that phrase right there, that statement, I need your help, right? And so this is what he says. He said, it is my deep belief that the key, listen to this, that the key to success is directly related to your willingness to ask people for help. I want you to think about that. The key to success is directly related to your willingness to ask people for help. Now, that's the problem right there. Because most of us, we might come from a place, it might be how we raised, or our life experience, well, our ego, like we don't like asking people for help. We don't like, we got a lot of pride and things like that. And that's good to have. I'm not trying to downplay that. But what I'm saying is that in this business, if you want to be successful, what he said is 100% true. The key to your success in Primerica is going to be directly related to your willingness to ask people for help. And so when we talk about scheduling appointments, Nick, where you going with this? When we talking about scheduling appointments, listen to me. When you schedule appointments, all you're doing, most of the times when you get people on the phone, the first thing out of your mouth is saying, hey man, I need your help. I need your help. Hey, I need your help. Hey, listen, the reason why I'm calling is because I need a quick favor. I need your help with something. So your ability to say that and to actually mean it, it can determine whether or not you get off to a solid start or you don't. Or once you get into, look, I'm telling you guys, so much of your success is your willingness to ask people for help. I know it might make you uncomfortable. I know it might make you feel uneasy, but I'm telling you right now, I had to get over myself, at an early point in my business when I started doing Primerica. And I had to say, you know what? I need to start using my resources, not using them in a bad way, but I need to start tapping into my resources because I knew people who knew people. I need to start asking people for help. And the minute that you start approaching people and asking people for help, your real ones, your true friends, your real ones, when they hear you say, I need some help, it's going to be something inside of them that's going to want to say, what do you need? It's going to be something inside of them that rises up that has the desire to help you. I want you to think about the people who come to you. The people who have come to you and uttered those words. Hey, Kevin, I need your help. Hey, Kevin, man, reason why I'm calling, I need your help with something. You know, hey, Chandra, I need your help with something. Hey, Shadrika, I need your help with something. Hey, Benicia, I need your help. Hey, Andrea, I need your help with something real quick. And I want you to think about the people who have called you now. So, I ain't talking about the ones that called you and asked for some help. You already knew. You was like, oh, Lord, here we go. I'm talking about the people who you know that they're solid, just like you guys are. You know that they're good people, and they call you and they say, hey, I need your help with something. It's automatically something inside you that says, hey, I want to help them. And so what comes next? I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, family, this is where a lot of the magic can happen in our business. And so with that, I want you to write this down. There's really only 5 types of appointments that we schedule in Primerica, right? 5 types of appointments. So we have what's called a character reference appointment, a character reference appointment. And to schedule that appointment, this is for a new recruit that gets started in the business. Okay, we up to 41. A new recruit that gets started in business. This is how we schedule your first round of appointments, right? During your orientation, you create a name list of names. You know, your field trainer kind of helps you qualify some of those names and identify about your first 6 people from your list. And then they have you send a text message out. Listen to this. Basically, let's see what the text message says. The text message says, hey, you know, hold on a second. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm going to pull the message up real quick. Mm-hmm. And so that way y'all can say, yeah, what Nick is saying is true, right? And so hold on, I'm getting to it. All right, let me pull this up. Let's scroll down. And so I'm gonna share this part of the screen so you guys can see this. This right here, this is the character reference text message that we have new teammates send out to the 6 people that we help them identify during their orientation. And the first line on this text message script, what does it say? Check this out, Andrea. This says, hey, I need a quick favor. Basically, hey, I need some help. I need your help with something, right? I just started a management training program with a company, opened up my own financial services agency. They asked me to identify people with character references. Do you mind if I pass your number to my trainer, Marquis Fontenot, so he can call you and ask you a few character questions on my behalf? It'd be a tremendous help to me. Please let me know. Man, we've had amazing success using that character reference text. And the people that you send that text message to, they're going to respond back and they're going to say, yeah, sure, absolutely, man. And guess what happens? You pass those numbers to your field trainer, and what does Qui do? What does Benicia do? What does Rosalind do? What does Jackie do? What does Andre do? What does Constance do? They call these people. What does Shadrika do? They call these people, and they run through a short script, a character reference script, all right? And they're the ones that's going to ask a few character questions about you, and they will schedule the appointment for you. So that's one of the scripts. That's one of the ways of scheduling appointments to get a new recruit off to a fast start. Very simple, very easy, very doable. Doesn't take a lot to get that one going, right? So that's one of the type of appointments is a character reference appointment, all right? The second type of appointment is a warm market field training appointment. Now, this is where we empower a new recruit. Let's say that we've already done a couple of character reference appointments. Maybe we've done about 3, maybe 4 of them. And the new recruit might be at a place to where the field trainer feels comfortable saying, hey, you've seen enough, you know enough. Now I'm going to give you the responsibility of going ahead and scheduling your own appointments, your own field training appointments, right? And so because they've, like I said, they've seen enough, they've heard enough, And the field trainer, you feeling comfortable enough just saying, hey, look, I'm going to allow you to go ahead and start scheduling your own appointments. So let's see what that looks like, right? And so let's pull that up. I'm going to go in there. Hold on a second. I'm sharing. And check this out. This is the script that a new recruit will use when they're scheduling their own appointment, right? They're not texting out a character reference, little deal. No, this is when a new recruit is kind of graduated from that. They're still in field training, but they're going to schedule their own field training appointments. Check this out. This is new business. So this is a new recruit. What's the first line right here? You small talk, and then you say, hey, check this out. The reason I'm calling this is because y'all ain't excited. I need your help. I need your help. I've started a second career that I'm excited about, and I need to get some training out of the way with people I know. So I was wondering if you would mind helping me with my training by letting me schedule a brief Zoom video conference meeting with you. On cue, the people that you talking to might ask you, hey, well, what is it? What you going to be doing, right? What's it about, right? You say, hey, look, I'm in a management training program to open up my own financial services agency. Right now, I'm just trying to get my name out there to share how I'll be helping families in the community. And I only want to meet with people I know and whose opinions I respect like yours, so would you mind helping me out? Now, check this out, teammates. Notice when that new recruit called and made that appointment, or they made that request, did they mention anything about life insurance? Shake your head, no. Did they mention anything about, I want you to join me in my business in financial services? No. Did they mention anything about, I want to get into all your personal financial business and find out what your debt is and how much you're saving for your retirement? Did they mention anything about that? No. And do you know why they didn't mention anything about that? Because if they did, they probably won't get the appointment. Because you're coming off as somebody trying to sell them a bunch of stuff. And I'm telling you right now, with the people that you know, you might have some that'll be open to it, but for some others, a lot of them, they might not be prepared for you to come at them like that because they don't know you as the financial expert yet. You've been doing what you've been doing. You've been teaching for the past 7 years. You've been working here for the past 20 years. You've been doing so all of a sudden, you're going to call them out the blue and ask them, hey, I want to sit down. I want to help you with your life insurance and investments. All stuff. When did you start doing that? See, they don't know you as that yet. So you can't necessarily present yourself as the financial expert that's going to show them how you can lead them to the promised land, helping them build their finances. You're not there yet. But what you can do is you can lean on the relationship that you have and the credibility that you have. Remember, credibility is currency. You can lean on the relationship that you have and the credibility that you have with the person to say, hey, listen, I need your help, man. I just started a second career. I'm excited about it. I need to get some training out of the way with people that I know. I was wondering if you would mind scheduling a brief Zoom video conference meeting with me so I kind of show you what I'm doing, how I'll be impacting families. Well, what is it, man? Hey, I'm in a management training program to open up my own financial services agency. Right now, I'm just trying to get my name out there, and man, I only want to meet with people I know and whose opinions I respect, like you and your wife's. But it's not going to take long. It's just a chance for me to show you how I'm going to be impacting families and communities. You mind helping me, right? I'm telling you right now, if you are calling people in your warm market and you're saying something like that, they'll do it. They'll say, yeah, anything you need, that's fine. Do I got to buy anything? No, you don't have to buy anything. This is just to help me with my training. Well, how long is it going to take? Maybe about 30 minutes. That's it. Do I got to meet you somewhere? You trying to come over to the house? No. It's going to be this video conference meeting. You can be at your house, man. I'm going to send you the link to jump on there and all that. Yeah, we'll set it up. Now, I'm in training, so my trainer's going to be on there as well. But, that's what it is. And they're going to say yes. They're going to say yes. Now, there's a couple of keys on here, right? So when you schedule that appointment with people, they say, yes, I'll help you out. You say, well, hey, man, what day can my trainer and I do the brief 20 to 30 minute video conference meeting? And when you're setting it up, you're setting these meetings up on the days that you identify. I'm talking to a new recruit, on the days that you identify that you can do Primerica. If your days are Sunday and Monday, that's your day. If your days are Thursdays and Saturdays, that's the 2 days you've given them as choice. But whenever you're scheduling the appointment, you always want to give people an alternate of choice of days. Listen to this. That's a skill. That's a skill. You want to give people that alternate of choice. Does somebody have a question or a comment? Anybody? Okay. All right. Just making sure. And so that's a skill that you want to give them, is that, hey, look, what day can my trainer and I set up this quick Zoom video conference, 20, 30 minutes? Thursday or Saturday. By giving a person an alternate of choice, it forces them to choose one day. It's different from saying, well, what day can we meet? Then they saying, I don't know. Let me check my schedule. Let me get back with you. See, that's no good. That's no good. If you're going to schedule the appointment, you give them the alternate of choice based on the days that you're available. What day can my trainer and I meet with you via video conference? Monday or Wednesday, if those are your 2 days. Saturday or Sunday, if those are your 2 days. You give them that alternate choice, they'll choose one. Sunday, okay, well, what time you want to do? And you give them 2 times. You want to do 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock? I can do 1 o'clock. See, when you give a person an alternate of choice, listen to me. It took me a minute to learn this. I'm giving you guys some skill that could have saved me a lot of time. But when you give a person an alternate of choice, I'm telling you right now that it allows them to choose one, and you'll have more success of scheduling appointments. Does that make sense, guys? Does that help? Okay, perfect. And so going back. And so also when you're scheduling that warm market field training appointment, let me come off share with this. Please do not schedule any one-legged appointments. Please don't do that. And so what is a one-legged appointment? And a one-legged appointment is if a person's married and you only meet with them. You know, their wife is not there or their husband is not there. You just meeting with them. Let me tell y'all something. Do not fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. They telling you guys, well, I make all the financial decisions. You don't need my wife here. You don't need my husband here. I make all the decisions. Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, if you make all the decisions, listen to this. If you make all the decisions, then make the decision to have your wife there. How about that? If you make all the decisions, then make the decision to have your husband there.
Okay, you better preach, Nick.
That's it. Why don't we start with that decision, Mr. and Mrs. I make all the decisions. Well, make that decision, and then we can meet. Because if you do it, and you only meet with one of them, what they gonna tell you at the end of the appointment? I ain't gonna say it. Somebody tell me what they gonna tell you at the end of the appointment.
I gotta wait to talk to my husband about this before we go forward, Nick.
What's up? What's happening? I thought you was the one. I thought you was the one that controls the money. You make all the financial decisions. I'm telling you right now, as soon as you get done with that presentation, you're trying to get them to move forward to get a commitment, they're going to say, well, let me talk it over with my wife or with my husband, and I'll get back with you. And what's going to happen when they go talk it over with their husband or their wife? What's going to happen, y'all? Talk to me, somebody.
They're going to talk them out of it.
They're going to talk them out of it. They're going to talk them out of it. They're going to mess it all up. Yeah, I met with Kevin. Kevin Davis. I met with him and the one you used to work with? Yeah, Kevin, and he want to sell us, he want to give us some life insurance on us and some investments and stuff like that. I don't know how much it's going to cost. We don't need none of that. Oh, I didn't think so either, baby. I'm telling you know. I'm telling y'all. That's what's going to happen.
Either that, or while you're meeting with the one spouse, the other spouse that knew nothing about the meeting is going to walk up and say, who you talking to?
Who you talking to? Who you talking to? What's going on? Y'all meeting without me? Man, they must not respect my role in the house. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm telling you all, when you're dealing with our community, you better have them both in front of you. And so that way they don't go back. You present one, they go back and mess it up. Do you guys know how many times? Look, I've been in this business for over 15 years. I've been in this business almost 20 years, a long time. I've done so many appointments with just one spouse. I could probably count on maybe one or two hands how many of them went good without the other spouse being there. But there's hundreds more that it just didn't happen. And so I'm not trying to tell you that I'm above it. It happens to me from time to time. I promise you that. But probably 90% of the time, y'all, it don't go right. It does not go right. And they get to the end, and you know how many times that I've done it, they said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk to my husband, I'm going to talk to my wife, and they go back, and I'll get a message back when I'm following up. They say, well, he say we don't need the life insurance. We don't need all that. He got it all through his job. Or she said that she got everybody covered through her job. Or he said, listen to this, that his mama got life insurance on him. Oh my goodness. And he don't need none of that. We don't need none of that. I'm just trying to make another bill. But had they been there on that meeting, I'm telling y'all, I could have educated him or her about what they had and said, you know what? I never thought about it like that. I never thought about my job insurance and what I should be relying on. I never thought about I shouldn't be dependent on that little Gerber policy that my mama still have on my 40-year-old self. Man, somebody go hear me, man. But you got to have them both there. Have them both there. And so if you are a new recruit and you will schedule your appointments, get that in your spirit, guys. Don't schedule one-legged appointments. If they say, well, my husband ain't going to be, well, when are y'all both together? What day are y'all both together? Well, we both together on Saturday. Let's do that day. How about that? Let's do that day. Well, we do a lot of running around. Okay, before you do your running around, I just need 30 minutes. Let's do that day. Make sure that they're there. And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that they're there. All right? And so that's, I think I didn't did that one enough. So that's warm market field training appointment. And then after warm market field training appointment, hold on a second. Let me check the chat room to make sure that I'm paying attention to what's going on in there. Ain't nobody got nothing. All right. Warm market field training appointment. Okay. Then you got warm market center of influence. Well, Nick, what's that? Right? So this type of appointment, warm market center of influence, is designed for a person to where, guess what? You've been in the business for any period of time. You've gotten licensed. You've seen some presentations, you've gotten trained. Now what you're trying to do is you want to go back and talk to them people that you didn't get to the first go around. And the reason why you maybe didn't get to them, because maybe you just wanted to get your skill level a little bit better. These people may be on your chicken list a little bit. Or these people might be folks that I don't know how to approach them. I don't know how to come at them. Maybe they're already established and you know for a fact that they're already established, but you know that they know a lot of people. They could be people that have position, influence, title, where they might be a pastor, a principal, a head coach, where they got a platform, they're over this organization, they're over that fraternity, that sorority, this ministry, this huge, like they got their own nonprofit, they got their own business. Like these people are like, they just kind of got a certain cachet about them that you just wanted to kind of get your game up a little bit before you talk to them. You can use this script to get in front of them, right? So this is the warm market center of influence script. Let me pull this bad boy up, and I'm gonna share the screen. Check this out, right? You call them up. Oh, here we go again. Small talking. First thing out of your mouth. Hey, the reason why I'm calling, y'all think I'm playing, is I need your help. I need your help. I just started a management training program to open up my own financial services agency, and I'm trying to get my name out there. I want to do a Zoom video conference with you and your spouse for about 30 minutes to show you what I'll be doing to impact families in the community. Because I believe you may know someone that can benefit from hearing about what I do. Do you mind helping me out? Let me stop right there. When you're doing a warm market center of influence, you're not approaching them as though you're trying to recruit them. You're not trying look, this is people that you want to get in front of for the purpose of, I want to show you what I'm doing because I think you might know some people that can benefit from it. So even if a person hears that and they're already financially established, even if a person hears that and they already got a lot of things going on, it might make them stop in their tracks and say, you know, yeah, I'm willing to help you. I want to see what you're doing. What is it? You know, you think I might know some people? Well, tell me a little bit more about it. And let me tell you something. A lot of times our people, they don't want to know what is it. That's fine. We got something for it. They say, well, what is it? What does the company do? And this is your response. You say, hey, we do a lot of things. But mainly, listen to this, guys. We educate families on how to get on a clear path to become financially independent. Who do you know that would love to be financially independent and build generational wealth? If you ask a person that question, the immediate response out of their mouth is going to be everybody. See, that question is designed to produce a certain response. Who do you know that would love to be financially independent and build generational wealth? Everybody. Exactly, right? So your answer lets me know, we down here. Your answer lets me know that we definitely need to meet. Again, I'm just trying to get my name out there, and I only want to meet with people I trust and whose opinions I respect, like you and your wife. Because I'm sure you guys know some people that can benefit from hearing the information. So you guys mind helping me out? Sure, I'll help you out. Okay, great. Then you go into, well, what day can I meet with you? And give them that alternate choice. What day? What 2 days? What time? And then you set it up. That's what you can do. And I'm telling you right now, you set up that warm market center of influence appointment, you don't know what's going to happen. Because as you share this information with them, talking about now, this ain't the normal you go into it where you saying, hey, our company has experienced a tremendous amount of success. We could be expanding. We're looking for sharp and ambitious people that want to make some more money, have some more freedom, house more money. Don't do that. You go straight into, hey, I'm glad that we're able to have this meeting. I want to show you what I'm a part of. And then you go into the who we are, what we do. Have you ever heard of Primerica before? And you start from there. That's how you run a warm market center of influence appointment. All right? You don't do a recruiting. You ain't doing the play on them. You're doing the who we are and what we do. And as you go through that who we are, what we do part of the presentation, you're constantly telling them, who do you know? I want you to think about who do you know that can benefit from this information? Who do you know? And that way, when you get to the end, they might surprise you and say, well, I'll be honest with you, Nick, I need all of this. Everything you just shared with me is some good stuff. I think I need a wealth builder, right? And can I get one? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can do yours. Or they might say, man, I mean, this looks awesome. I know some people. Matter of fact, we have a meeting once a month. When if somebody tell you something like that, you better start getting excited. We have a meeting with our group once a month when we bring people in to talk about different topics. Last month, we had a guy come in and talk about alarm systems, but we've been talking about insurance and investments. Would you mind being a person that we bring in to talk about that? Absolutely. So now you have an opportunity to get on somebody's platform to present the information. Listen to this, teammates. If you're new and you're saying, well, man, I don't know enough to be able to do that. Guess what? We got you. If you set it up, we'll do it for you, and you'll get a chance to get all the results from it. I'm telling you, teammates, warm market center influence, we don't use it enough. We run from these people that we feel that, oh, they already got it. We run from them, Mom. Mom, we be running from them. But I'm telling you right now, those people might be very well the breakthrough. You connecting with them, and those people can take you to the new levels of new heights in your business. All right? Let me get back to it. I'm looking at the time. I know I got to get to it. Then you got referrals. You got a referral for client or recruit. Mainly the referral that you're going to use, the script that you're going to use is for the client one, because after you help a person, with their wealth build and all that type of stuff, the referrals they're going to give you are mainly client referrals, people that they feel might benefit from getting their own personal wealth builder done. And so let's talk about that script. And let me pull that up. So the referral script for client. Okay, here we go. And so now let me tell you something about referrals. Your success with referrals is going to be based on the strength of the credibility of the person who referred you. I'm going to repeat that. Your success with referrals is going to be based on the strength of the credibility of the person who referred you. If the person who referred you has a lot of credibility with the people that they referred you to, it's going to be so easy to schedule them appointments. I promise you it's going to be super easy. You'll call them up and say, yeah, can I speak to Sheila? Yeah, Sheila. Yeah, this is Sheila. Hey, Sheila, this is Nick Bracey. I got your number from Kevin Davis. Hey, yeah, Kevin told me he was going to call me. I was wondering when he was going to hit me. He already told me that. You know that, hey, Kevin, he got a lot of credibility. So that's going to be an easy appointment to set up. But if you call somebody and you say, hey, may I speak to Jennifer? Yeah, this is Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. This is Nick Bracey. I got your number from Joe Thomas. Did he give you a heads up I was going to call? Yeah, Joe told me. What's this about? Joe might not have a lot of strong credibility with Jennifer. I don't know. What's this about? Tell me more about it. What's going on? Who gave you my number? Joe, who? Yeah, I kind of know Joe. What's this about? Then you already know that, hey, Joe might not have a lot of credibility with that person. Your success calling referrals is going to be on the strength of the credibility of the person who refers you. That's why when you get referrals from clients, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality of the referral. You want to write that down. It's never about the quantity of referrals you get. It's all about the quality of referrals. Give me the people, refer me the people that you have a good relationship with, that you have a really strong rapport with. Because that way when I call them, man, it's all good. It's all good, right? And so let's look at that referral script. And let me tell you something, teammates. Your success in Primerica is going to be predicated on your ability to master this script. Hear me on that. Because your success in Primerica is not going to come through your warm market. It might come through a little bit, but you got to have the ability to be able to work referrals in order to continue your success at some point in Primerica. So mastering this referral scheduling appointment process is going to be key to your long-term success in Primerica. It's going to be key. And so you call a person up. You say, hey, may I speak to Tony? Yeah, this is Tony. Hey, Tony, this is Nick Bracey. I got your number from Eric Johnson. Did he give you a heads up that I was going to call you? Yes, he did. Okay, great. Well, look at this. Eric and I was just talking, and he gave me some names of people that he felt could benefit from hearing about what we do to help families in the community. Your name came up. And he spoke highly of you. And so I wanted to give you a shout, introduce myself, and see if I could schedule a brief video conference meeting with you to share some of our financial concepts. I'm talking about on cue. This joker gonna ask you, well, what is it? What does the company do? Tell me more about it, right? You say, well, we do so much. Well, we mainly educate families on how to get on a clear path to become financially independent. On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how would you rate your desire to be financially independent and to build generational wealth? I'm already knowing the answer to the question. He's going to say, man, it's a 10. Well, great, man. I thought it would be that. Well, your answer lets me know that we definitely need to meet. Because that's all I want to talk to you about at no obligation to you. So listen, I'm setting up my calendar for this week. Which day sounds best for us to meet for about a 20, 30-minute meeting through Zoom, just so I can kind of share a little bit more information? What do you look like on Wednesday or Thursday? That's how you schedule a referral appointment. It's just like that. And again, get the person's email address, or you can text them the Zoom link. Make sure their spouse is going to be there. No one-legged appointments. I'm down here, things to remember. Let them know that you'll confirm with them the day of or the day before the appointment so they don't forget. Confirming appointments are key. Let me come off share with that. If you schedule appointments, you want to make sure that you are confirming your appointments probably the day before the appointment. Just sending them that reminder. Hey, just a quick reminder. Just want to make sure we're still on for the meeting tomorrow, blah, blah. That way it stays on people's radar, right? And so that's a key thing. If you schedule the appointment at a short period of time, meaning that you schedule, let's say you schedule an appointment today, you're going to meet with them on Thursday, you might want to hit them Thursday morning, you know. There's no need to hit them on Wednesday. You just get set the appointment on Tuesday. There's no need to hit them on Wednesday. So if you hit them on Thursday morning, just saying, hey, I just want to make sure we're still on to meet tonight at 6. That's sufficient, all right? But if you schedule for a week out, you better be hitting them like maybe a day before the appointment, just to make sure. Confirming appointments is very, very key, all right? And so, going back to the script.
Mr. Nick.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. This is Erica McKnight. Specifically on the referral script, when we're reaching out to one of the references, and let's say we do the intro and things like that, and we ask, has such and such give you a heads up that I was calling, and they say no, do we still go on with the same script as written, or do we kind of tweak it a little bit?
Yes, you do. And so this is what you do. That's a great question, Erica, because sometimes we're dependent on the client to shoot out the text message to warm the people up that we're going to be calling them. So let's say you get a list of referrals from a client. You want them to message those people that they refer to you to give them a heads up you're going to call them. Sometimes they don't do that. Well, instead of you waiting until that happens, because you might be waiting for here to Kingdom Come, you can go ahead and call them, and somebody picks up, and you say, hey, may I speak to Eric? They say, never say a client's full name. Don't do that. Don't say, hey, may I speak to Eric Johnson? Because you know what you sound like when you call somebody's phone that they don't know you and you ask them for their full name. You sound like somebody trying to collect some money from them. And they're going to tell you, no, they ain't here. But if you call, listen to me. Don't call a referral asking to speak to them by their whole name. Don't do that. Only call somebody going to miss it. Y'all help them, man. Remind me. Because I know you going to call and say, man, I done called the referral and everything. Well, what did you do? Well, I called and said, Nick, can I speak to Tina Johnson? Well, there your mistake is right there. You was talking to Tina, but she told you that Tina wasn't there. So you say, Eric, hey, yeah, this is Eric. Hey, Eric, this is Erica McKnight. Use your whole name. Only use their first name, but use your full name. This is Erica McKnight. I got your number from Buddy, right? Did he give you a heads up that I was going to call you? No, he didn't. Oh, man, I apologize. This is what you said. Oh, man, I apologize for that. Buddy was supposed to give you a heads up that I was going to call you. And you know what they're going to say? No, that's fine. It's cool. What's up? And it's over. It's done. All you have to do is apologize and say, oh, dang, Eric, I'm sorry about that, man. Buddy was supposed to call you and let you know that I was going to hit you. And they're going to say, that's cool. Don't worry about it. What's up? What you got? What's going on? And then you move forward in the script. Does everybody have that? Give me a thumbs up if you got that. All right? That's all you got to do. Y'all know how many times I done did that? And they be like, nah, man, I already know Buddy. Man, he busy. He done forgot. He was supposed to send me something last week, but man, it's all good, man. What you got? And you keep going. Well, man, Buddy and I was talking, man. Buddy, he's a new friend of mine. He and I were talking, and he knows that I'm doing what I'm doing to impact families in the community. And you go on with that script. And they gonna ask you, well, what is it? Well, tell me more about it. What does your company do? And then you hit them with it. And if they open to it, they'll say, yeah, man, I'll see what you got. And you schedule that appointment. That's it. That's it. I'm telling y'all, like, we got everything that we need to be impactful in this business. No one-legged appointments. Let them know that you'll confirm the day before. And I always throw this in there, guys, especially when I'm scheduling a referral appointment. I say, hey, I appreciate you I think you're going to be impressed with the information that I'm going to show you. That's kind of like one of the last things that I say. I say, hey, I appreciate you. I'll definitely confirm with you maybe the day before, and check this out. Eric, I think you're going to be impressed with some of the information that I shared with you. And they're going to say, oh, man, all right, cool. I'm looking forward to it. And so just plant that little last seed in there. I think you're going to be impressed with the information that I show you. You can use that on any of your appointments. Any appointment you're setting up, you can use that last little line. It just plants that final seed. I think you're going to be impressed with the information. And then, this is key right here. Look at this. It says, if you get some resistance from the person, still ask to meet with them so they can see what you do. Because They may know someone that can benefit from the information. Also, let them know that the person who referred you spoke highly of them, and they know for a fact that Buddy wouldn't have gave me your number if he didn't think that you needed to hear this. So kind of go back and say, hey, listen, look, I know you're busy. I know, look, but I just want to look, if you can carve out about 20 minutes just so I can kind of show you what it is that I'm doing. I think that even if you can't benefit from it, I know you could probably benefit from it. Plus, Buddy wouldn't have gave me your number if he didn't really think that I needed to talk to you. Because you know Buddy just like I do. That might be the trigger that say, all right, man, I want to meet with you for about 20 minutes. That might be the trigger. And so that's just if you get a little bit of resistance. Now we have a whole overcoming objection script that I'm gonna show you guys here at the end that we can kind of cover as well. I'm not gonna cover it, but I can kind of just show you guys just the common objections you might get. And you only get these objections a lot of it with your calling referrals or people that are on the fringes of your warm market or your cold market people, all right? And so let's do this. Okay, let me get back into the share. We got that. And then you got the linking emergency contact script. Just for the sake of time, this is this is an amazing script that you can use. This is where you're basically leveraging the beneficiaries and the contingent beneficiaries on a life insurance policy and turning those people into appointments, right? And so if you think about it, some of you guys have done life insurance policies on single moms or single dads or just single people, period, where they put their sister down as a beneficiary. They put their mom or their brother or their cousin or their best friend down as a beneficiary or even a contingent beneficiary. Those are people that you need to be trying to look to meet with. You need to look and try to meet with them because those people can turn into appointments, right? And so there's an emergency contact beneficiary approach that we use. And let me see if I can pull that up. Yep. I'm going to pull that up. Not going to spend a lot of time with it, but this is a powerful tool, teammates. You can do the research and just pull up all the life insurance policies that you've done and identify these people. You can go back to your clients and you can say this, hey, look, did you know, hey, and this is, you can do this while you're doing the life app, or you can do it after you've already done the life app, you're going back to the clients. You can say, listen, I want to talk to you about something. Did you know that one of the biggest challenges the life insurance industry faces as a whole is that there are millions of dollars in death claims that go unpaid every year, which is true. Because of the decrease, because of the deceased loved one never knows that there is a policy. Guys, let me pause real quick. That's facts. There's millions of dollars in unclaimed death benefits because people have passed away and their family don't even know that they had a policy with a company, right? And so you tell them that. You say, so to safeguard against that, I need to identify about 3 people that can be your emergency contacts for your policy. I want you to write down the names and phone numbers of 3 local people who you feel to be responsible and trustworthy enough to receive what we call an emergency contact certificate. These people, that if God forbid anything happened to you, they would be responsible enough in the midst of all the tragedy to use the information on the emergency contact certificate to immediately contact me or our home office so we can get the claims process started. So who are 3 people that you might be able to identify? And what you do, man, is that they'll identify people. It might be the cousin, it might be this, that, and the other. And so you get emergency contacts from people. And what you can do is you can set up appointments with the emergency contact to present to them the certificate, right? And so they do that, and then, or you can do the same thing for the beneficiary. You can say, hey, now we also want you to provide each one for the beneficiary, the contingent beneficiary, right? And we're going to give them what's called a beneficiary certificate. It has pertinent information that would allow them to immediately contact me or home office in the event that something happens to you. But it mainly serves as a backup just in case. Because the last thing your family need to be doing is scrambling trying to find your life insurance policy if something were to happen to you. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And so let's get these beneficiary certificates filled out for you. And then after you get the emergency contacts, you tell them, hey, look, man, go ahead and shoot your cousin a text message, letting them know that I'm going to call them, right? Or shoot your best friend a text message. And then what you do when you call me, say, hey, listen, may I speak to Jocelyn. This is John. Hey, Jocelyn. My name is Nick Bracey. I am Patrice's life insurance agent. Hopefully she gave you a heads up I was going to call you. Yes, she did. Okay, I was explaining to Patrice that one of the biggest challenges facing the life insurance industry are the amount of death claims, listen to this, that go unpaid due to the deceased loved one not knowing they have a policy. Well, the system we've implemented decreases the odds that will ever happen. So since Patrice listed you as an emergency contact, or you could say the beneficiary, whichever one that she chosen for, I want to schedule a brief video conference meeting with you to review that certificate. This certificate I will email you after the meeting, but it gives you key details on what steps to take if God forbid something ever happened to Patrice. Are you okay with being Patrice's emergency contact or beneficiary? Guys, they're going to say yes. And so you schedule that meeting with them. Hey, what day works for you? Give me that alternate choice, this day or that day. To hop on a Zoom for a brief 15, 20-minute video conference meeting to go over the details. You do that. So check this out. You schedule that Zoom meeting with the emergency contacts and the beneficiaries. You schedule that Zoom meeting with them. And at the end of the meeting, you say, hey, once again, Jocelyn, I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with me to go over the certificate. I told Patrice prior to choosing her emergency contact beneficiaries that they only choose the people that are honest and trustworthy. I see now why they chose you. Let me ask you a question. Do you mind if I just take like a quick second to kind of share with you more about what we do to impact families in the community? Man, what Johnson gonna say? Yeah, go for it. And then you do that appointment. I'm telling y'all, it works. It works. It works. And this is another opportunity for you to schedule appointments. It works.
Hey, Nick.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. For the beneficiary certificate, is that provided to the primary and the contingent, or just the primary?
Well, you only do it with the primary if the primary is not the spouse. So,
Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to do a beneficiary appointment with somebody that's married. So if you have a single person and you can do it with the primary beneficiary and the contingent beneficiary. If it's a single person, and let's say they named a parent or a friend, you can do it with both of them. Absolutely.
Okay.
And check this out, Julia. When you ask that question to them, are you okay with being so-and-so's beneficiary? Yeah, I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, they're going to be like, yeah, I'll meet with you. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. When you trying to meet?
Okay. Great.
Absolutely. And so
Nick, you mentioned that you wouldn't do it if the person is married, but what if something happened to the husband and wife together?
Then you meet with the contingent. Now, meaning that there's no need to meet with the primary because the primary is going to be the husband, but they should name a contingent beneficiary.
Right.
And that's who you meet with, is the contingent.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear on that. I'm sorry about that. And so, yes, for a married couple, you're looking to meet with their contingent beneficiaries. And so I'm telling you right now, some of you guys could literally look through the life insurance policies that you've written in the past 4 months, and you can identify people tonight that you say, hey, I need to get with her to get an emergency contacts from him, emergency contacts from this client, the beneficiary's information from them, and you can probably go schedule a week, 2 weeks worth of appointments just off doing the emergency contact beneficiary certificate approach alone. I'm telling you right now, guys, like that's sitting right there in your POL. All those opportunities right there. Chances for you to schedule more appointments. More appointments, yep. And so, what is it? What's next? Overcome rejections. Let me hit the pause button real quick. Okay. Was this helpful? Was this cool? This was good? Okay. I want to kind of take a quick break real quick to see if anybody has any questions, any comments or anything like that. You guys have already been asking great questions, but does anybody else have any questions that they wanted to ask?
Nick, what if he gets the certificate?
You can actually get it on Virtual Base Shop, right? You can get it on Virtual Base Shop. It's already out there. Sean, did you have a question?
Yeah, Nick, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just a quick one. I found in some cases when I approach a potential appointment and I say, I'm just getting started, and they may be possibly a bit more established as far as their financial planning, it paints me as a more of a novice than a person who they need to get with right away. So it kind of focuses me as less experienced. So how can you kind of spin that in that instance?
That's a good question, Sean. What you can do is you can kind of maybe modify the language at the beginning of it. Instead of saying, hey, I'm just getting started or anything like that. You can say, hey, listen, I'm actually going for a more senior level position within the company that I'm with, and whatever comes after that. And so you can just kind of modify that language in the beginning, but let them know. Because what I'm thinking about, if you're talking to somebody at this point that you have a relationship with, but you haven't talked to before, you're probably going to be using that warm market center of influence approach. And so if you look at that warm market center of influence approach, let me pull it up. So let me share the screen again to kind of illuminate that. So if you look at this warm market center of influence approach, it says, hey, the reason I'm calling, I need your help. I just started a management training program. So that whole, I just started a management training program to open up my own financial services agency. Yeah, that could make you sound like a novice. Well, you're not a novice anymore because you've been in the business, for over a year now. So what you can say, you can modify that language and say, hey, listen, the reason I'm calling is I need your help. Things are going great in my business right now, but I'm actually going for a more senior level position, and go ahead and go with it. You can go ahead and flow from there. So that way you can modify it to let them know that, hey, I'm rolling in it. I'm established in it, but I'm looking to go to the next level. And I'm just trying to look for more people that I can impact in the community. So you kind of take that approach. Does that help? Okay, perfect. Excellent. Anybody else? Any questions? Okay.
What's the youngest that can sign up with Primerica?
They got to be 18.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 18. Great question. Great question. Anybody else? Okay, good, man. So I'm gonna go over a little bit. I know we try to end about 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go over just a little bit, but I definitely want to get to this next part because I think that it's gonna really, really just bless you guys. And so yeah. So I'm recording the training, Adrian. So we got you. So I'll figure out a way. I got all these trainings back, man. I got to figure out a way where I can create some type of a footprint. We ain't got to talk about it now, but I'll create a footprint where you guys can access these trainings. I got a Zoom. I'm not a Zoom, but a YouTube portal that I'm creating for the team. So I'll be posting them out there real soon. But check this out. Everybody want to know about social media. There it is. Okay, well, Nick, how can I use social media to build my business and all that good stuff? We need everybody to go back on you. And so how can I use social media to grow my business and all that good stuff? Hey, I got it. I'm listening, right? And so Primerica does have like a social media footprint. They got this whole resource center that you can look at and tap into. And so if you want to kind of learn some of the ins and outs, what to do and what not to do when it comes to social media for Primerica, click on that. It's on the homepage. It's on Primerica Online. If you scroll down, there's that little section that says Social Media Resource Center. Click in there, and it'll kind of give you the ins and outs of how to use social media. But what we're going to talk about tonight, listen to me, is how you can use social media for our people. All right? And so now, let me preface what I'm about to say by saying, I'm not the expert at social media. I'm not. When it comes to building my Primerica business, I don't even really use social media. So what I'm going to tell you are some things that have been told to me and what I've noticed that works with other people. Are y'all with me? I'm not the expert. So if y'all start peppering me with a lot of questions of this, that, and the other, what about using this platform? Well, Nick, man, look, I can help you only to a point, But what I'm going to give you tonight is some things to get started with, and you can be creative in your own way, right? Has everybody got me? Give me a thumbs up if you got me. All right? And so, all right, so let me share this. So these are just some rules. Some of them are written, or some of them, a lot of them are unwritten rules. Unwritten rules for using social media to promote and build your Primerica business. All right? So check this out. Rule number one, you might want to take a look at your social media footprint as it looks right now. And if you took a step back, listen to this, from your social media, without being biased, without looking at it through the lens of this is you, if you look at your social media and you scroll through it, and you see the things that are posted out there from you, or that are on your page or on your screen, what does it say about you? Think about it. What does your social media, if you scroll through your timeline on it, what does it say about you? And so the first place you might want to start is maybe just modifying some stuff. You might want to start rebranding yourself as a financial professional or just as a professional. You might want to rebrand yourself. Put some different pictures out there. Listen to me. Put some different pictures out there. Take some stuff down. Remove some stuff. Some of y'all might want to just burn it and start over. Lord have mercy. And so, yeah. And so, so rebrand yourself, because if you're trying to promote your business, but two other posts up, you cussing and all kinds of stuff, you got something like all in your, like, nobody's gonna take you serious. Listen to me. Or you got a video out there and you show it on your deal that, no. Don't mingle that. Like, look, look, if you're gonna use social media to promote your Primerica business, you gotta brand yourself as a professional. And you gotta stay that way if you wanna attract people. All right? Rebrand yourself as a financial professional. In addition to that, teammates, post only positive, inspirational, crusade-driven, and I ain't talking about just the Primerica crusade, but just crusade-driven and tastefully humorous content. Operative word, tastefully humorous content. Only post that. Now, that don't mean that you can't get out there and say Trump a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? You can do that all day long. Because that's crusade-driven. And that's tastefully humorous, right? But don't be out there talking about the world is about to end and you offending people with your post and turn around talking about some inbox me if you want some life insurance. It don't work like that. Post only positive, inspirational, crusade-driven, tastefully humorous content, teammates. Tastefully humorous. Check this out. Do not use the word Primerica in any of your posts. The quickest way to get Primerica on your tail for social media violations and is to put the word Primerica in anything. You don't put Primerica's name, logo, or likeness on anything related to your social media. Don't do it. Do not do it. Well, Nick, how they gonna know I'm in Primerica? Man, direct message them that that's what you're doing. Inbox them, that's what you're doing. But you don't put it out on no broadcast for everybody to see. Don't do it. The only thing you can do related to Primerica is the content that they give you through the social media resource center that says Primerica in it. Because that stuff has been approved by the attorneys. You putting all kind of stuff on there that you created and you slap Primerica logo on there, man, they gonna be on your tail just like that. You gonna be like, how Primerica woman? I put that on. Man, they know. Y'all know the millions of dollars of software and stuff. Man, they got a whole Some of y'all have seen it. They got a whole command center at home office. It looks like the Pentagon in there. They know everything. Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm playing? You mess around and send the wrong email from your personal email. Anyway. All right. This is a big one, guys. This will get you in trouble as well. Do not use any tragedy to peddle some life insurance. Let me come off, share with this. Don't use no tragedy to peddle no life insurance. Don't use the pandemic. Don't use the, like if there's a mass shooting at a school or by somebody crazy person, don't use that as an opportunity to say, man, life is so short, man, this, that, and the other, man. You know, I wonder if them people had life insurance. If you don't got life insurance, call me to say, when you leverage in a tragedy or something to try to peddle some life insurance, y'all don't do that. Do not do that. Don't do that. That's a no-no, all right? You don't want to use somebody else's pain, hurt, and sorrow to try to leverage selling some life insurance. Don't do that, all right? And that's all I'm going to say about that. In addition to that, do not do a lot of flossing on your Primerica page. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, on your Primerica, but on your social media page. Don't do a lot of flossing. That's only reserved for the people who really got it, right? If you're a district or division regional leader made a few dollars, don't be out there flossing like, yeah, man, you know, I had a great month in my business. I'm out here at the mall, carrying the mall. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, it ain't time for that yet. Listen to me. It's not time for that yet. You know, there's a way of going about attracting people through your success, but ain't it about showing them what you buying and all that? Don't do that. Don't do that, because that's cheap. That's cheap. Listen to me. That's cheap. And you're not going to get a lot of traction from stuff like that. All right? And so that's only reserved. When you flossing, that's only reserved for the people who really, really got it. Who really got it. All right? So just make a note of that. Y'all never see me and Rahima flossing on Facebook, and like, you never see Stephen and Phoenicia flossing on Facebook, and you don't see that. You don't see that. So if you don't see us doing it, then why you doing it? There you have it. Here we go. This is what you need to do with your social media. You need to document your journey. You can document your journey in a positive way. In the business, they call it story selling or journey selling, right? You know, so some of you guys just went through the class, right? You know, you can say things like, man, I'm starting a new career. I'm excited about it. I'm believing God for more this year. I just finished my life insurance class. I got to go study. Got my test coming up soon. You know, thank God for new opportunities. Like, you just post that out there. Now, you're not mentioning nothing about, I want to sell you anything. I want to do anything, but you're just kind of telling your story. Right? You put that out there, that installment. Then when you pass your test, maybe take a picture, you hold your pass sheet like, hey, I did it. I passed my life insurance exam. You know, all went up with a building my financial services agency. Like, I mean, that's it. Like, you're just posting things, right? You're telling your story. You're documenting your journey. Hey, just got my first promotion. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys may have gotten the cookies or be like that. Hey, I got my first promotion. This is what my leadership sent me for getting my first promotion. My job ain't never sent me nothing. I'm glad that I'm a part of some people that really value me or something like that. Like, just document your journey. And I'm telling you what happens when you document your journey, family. People start noticing. They start noticing. They start saying, man, what you doing? What you doing? You ain't have to say nothing to them. People are going to naturally say, what you got going on? What kind of business are you in? What are you doing? And so they start inquiring about it. And you can say, hey, listen, I'd love to talk to you about it. Man, you got about 20 minutes to jump on a Zoom? Yeah, let's do it. And you can schedule appointments like that. You ain't had to solicit nothing. Just by documenting your journey, you start attracting people. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if y'all understand where I'm coming from. Good deal. And let me tell you something, you can get creative with that. Get creative in documenting your journey. Now, this works on, obviously, Facebook, Instagram, whatever medium that you use. You can do this. Document your journey. And then the next thing, share your milestones and your teammates' milestones. This is an opportunity for you to kind of maybe big up them and recognize them, you know? I mean, but you can share your milestones. You know, hey, I just got this, I just got that. But always use humility. Always be humble. You can't get out there on social media and just berate people that have a job. You can't do that, guys. I've seen people do it where they just beating people up and they just talking about jobs and people who got jobs like a dog. Like, you can't do that. Now, every now and then you can post some things about the difference between having a job versus having a business and things like that, but you do it in a humble way. You guys know what I'm talking about. The energy around it has to be right. Otherwise, if you just berating the job and you dogging people that got jobs, you end up pushing people away as opposed to bringing them in. And when you're using social media, this is your opportunity to bring them closer to you. You bring them in, right? And then I encourage you to be a whole person on social media. You know, share things that are spiritually related, family related, friends, business, and generational wealth crusader. When people look at your social media, they need to know that you're about business, that they need to know you about family, they need to know you about impacting the community and building generational wealth. If you're planning on using social media as a tool to attract people, they need to look at you and say, man, okay, I see what Janet is about. I'm seeing this. I see what Anita's about. And it's a great representation of you, right? And so those are just ways and rules to use social media. Now, are there more rules? Of course. But these are just the ones that I put down for the training today. But the key thing is just to be creative. Don't use that word Primerica. Don't do that. Or the images, don't do it. Not unless you're using Primerica content that they've approved. And so, so let me say this. When it comes to messaging people, right? You don't want to put a message out there, broadcast, say, hey, who wants some life insurance? Don't do that. If you wanted to message people and connect with people, you want to directly message them. And we'll talk about that here in a minute, all right? So let me show you guys some examples of some people that I just kind of pulled up today that I've seen them on social media in the past, and they've just done some things that I just say, hey, man, this is some good stuff, right? So Tony Stevens II, he is the oldest son of our upline, National Sales Director Tony and Paula Stevens. These are just some things that he posts out on the pull from his Facebook, right? He put this out. He said, hey, look, a broke mind needs proof. A wealthy mind needs an opportunity. That's just a post. Like, you don't know what he's doing, but it's just like, but you read that, you say, man, okay. And he has other posts that are similar to this. You're like, okay, this brother is about something. He's about making some money, right? He's about taking a part in opportunities. And then he put this message out here, shouting his parents out. Hey, huge shout out to my parents and the team for getting another diamond on the way to $1 million. His parents, Tony and Paul, just went over $500,000 a year in income in Primerica. And he's posting these pictures of his family and his parents. Now, let me tell you something. People that are on his social media feed, they looking at this like, what is going on in life? These people make $5, like, what? And so he can probably pull people in just by posting this. He's posting positive content, things that are kind of thought-provoking, but at the same time, he's showing evidence and proof of what he's saying and how he's thinking. But he's doing it not just posting his success, but he's big upping his parents who are his teammates. That's an example of that. Another example, this is one half of two sisters of a family, the Phillips family out of Georgia, Keith and Deborah Phillips. They have 5 daughters, and two of the daughters they put a master class on how to leverage social media. And I just pulled some stuff off their Facebook. So this is Chelsea Phillips. Check this out. She said, hey, on this one right here, she said, my favorite flex is getting paid every day I submit business. I had never understood only getting paid 2 days out of a 31 to 30-day calendar month. This life insurance license, especially during a global pandemic, it was easily one of the best investments that I ever made on myself. If you know someone looking to get a license, send them to my inbox ASAP. She rarely posts stuff like this, but when she does, it's effective. It's effective. Where she blatantly says, hey, interested in getting a life insurance license, inbox me. She rarely does that. But what she does do in the meantime, she just posts a lot of other little content, just like right here. She says, hey, look, did you know that it takes a bamboo, listen to this. She posts this, did you know that it takes a bamboo tree 5 years to sprout, and when it does, it grows 80 feet in 6 weeks? To nurture the tree for 4 years looked like nothing on top of the soil, but underneath the roots were being planted and preparing to sprout in 5 years. Welcome to my sprouting year. I've officially been in the business for myself for 5 years. All deposits are paying off in a big time way. I cannot wait to share a few big announcements in business. I promise it. And let me tell you something, you're reading this and you're like, man, okay. So these are things that are attracting people in. She's posting inspirational content. She's story selling. She's journey selling. And it's bringing people in. Her sister is amazing, right? She posts things that just get your attention. This is Sarah Phillips, right? And Keith and Deborah, look at this. This right here, this is a family, right? This is where she put it. Keith and Deborah, her parents, they make almost $800,000 a year in the business, right? Almost 8, I said they have 5 daughters and 4 daughters. $800,000 a year in business. These are all their daughters. And this is what the picture that she took. She said, nobody wins when the family feuds. Hashtag Black businesses matter. They're all in business together. This is a family business they have. That just looks awesome, right? She posts this right here, just stuff. Leaders don't ask permission, they lead. Then she posted this right here. What's she about? It ain't just business. She said, look, I came across these pictures when I protested in college for hashtag Troy Davis. Our Black people have been victims of social injustice for hundreds of years. You can only boil water for so long before the pot starts to scream. Dude, so she's posting things related to that. Look at this right here. There's no room for ego in business. Correction in a successful business. Getting all kind of likes and comments. And then this one right here, she's big up in her teammates. I thank God for the season of overflow amidst the pandemic. Team Savage had a record-breaking month. Promotions are flowing, income is increasing, and families are being protected. The team put $7.8 million of life insurance in force last month. I'm so excited for May. Congratulate these Savages on getting promoted. Don't they look good? Team Savage is fine. She just got people on her team. Like, she just promote. People are seeing this, and they at their jobs that they hate, and they like, what are they doing? Because what I'm doing is not working. What they doing looks like it worked. And they're getting inboxed. People are coming to them like, hey, I'm interested. What are you guys doing? I'm interested in learning about it. And so it's just an opportunity for them to attract people. And then check this out. This is $1 million earner who just moved to Houston, Joe Ward, right? I just pulled these on this Facebook right before I came on with y'all. Check this out. He says, my introduction to Houston potholes. Thought I left those in Chicago, right? There was the little face over their head. He upset. We've all been hit a Houston pothole, got a flat. I know I am, man. I get that a couple times. But y'all ain't noticing. He took a picture of the wheel on the flat tire, and if you look close, what kind of wheel is that? That's a Maserati wheel. So he flossing, but he not flossing. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all ain't hearing me. He framed it in my introduction to Houston potholes. Thought I left those in Chicago. See, when you floss, that's really only reserved for the people who got it. And then he just moved into a $2 million house here in Houston. And he said, life as we know it, blessed. And this is just a picture of the front of his crib and all of that. And if you look at other things on his page, he's just humble with it, guys. But these are ways that you can use social media just to kind of leverage, your footprint and get your name out there and maybe start attracting some people. all right? And so I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Some of you guys might wanna start contacting some people through social media. Guess what? You can actually have people that you know contact people through social media for you. This is called the third party script. So if you have a spouse or a significant other or a best friend that is an advocate for your business and they got a footprint on social media, they can start hitting their people up on social media for you. Listen to this. They can say, hey, they can hit somebody on direct message them. Like, hey, Cody, my husband just started the financial services company that has a presence in the area. Right now, they're looking for some ambitious people who are interested in making some serious additional income part-time. I told him if I thought of someone that would be a good fit, I would pass their name and phone number along. I didn't know if you'd be interested or even learn about it, or even if you qualify, but I think you're the type of person that they're looking for. Do you keep your eyes open for making more money? This is something that a person who's not in the business, they can do this for you. They can work the business for you. It might be your son. It might be your daughter. If you're trying to get into their friendship groups, they can hit you with that. Hey, my mom or my dad, hey, they're with a financial services firm that's got a presence in the area. Right now, they're looking for some ambitious people that are interested in making some serious additional income part-time. I told him, man, if I thought of somebody that would be a good fit, I would pass their name and number along. I thought about you. Hey, I don't know if you'd be interested in learning more about it, even if you qualify, but I think you're the type of person that my dad is looking for. Because, he's looking for some sharp people with credibility, got some skills, people skills. So do you keep your eyes open for making more money? You send somebody a direct message, then they're going to say, yeah, I'm interested. What is it? Okay, man, I'm going to pass your number to my dad. He'll be able to tell you. I'm passing number to my mom or my auntie. They'll tell you what it is, and they'll get you more. This is something that somebody can use through their social media to help you prospect, to help you with this. Then this is a non-friends message, somebody that's not your friend on Facebook. You can send them this, right? Or wherever, or whatever social media. Hey, you say their name. Hey, Monica. My name is Constance White. I'm a district manager with a financial company that has a presence in the area. Our company is expanding, so we're looking for ambitious people to gain some professional experience in the financial services industry part-time. I came across your profile on Facebook, and I want to know if you would be open to schedule a 20-minute one-on-one video conference meeting to discuss the power of having a life insurance license and investment license. Having those two licenses are one of America's best-kept secrets for creating first-generation wealth. Hopefully you allow me to share more. Look forward to hearing from you. You put that message out there to people, you don't know what's going to happen. Just put that message out there on Facebook to people. Direct message. And you might have some people that hit you back. And if you're hitting people that you know, just modify the language to where you ain't doing all the formal introduction in the beginning. Just modify the language and just let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing. Or you can modify the language and talk to them about, hey, I want to help you create a wealth builder. Whatever the case may be, you can get creative through social media. If you're doing all of that and you're telling them a little bit more about what you're doing, you want to direct message that or inbox them that. All right?